Welcome back to episode, I don't even know what
51.
51, baby, of the Burchalations podcast. You know what I'm saying? We are your hosts, the Burch Bros here, and we thank you guys for coming back for another episode, all right? After a few episodes of hell, you know what I'm saying? Now,
Oops.
I know some of y'all have a attention span of a Chick-fil-A sandwich, McChicken, all that good stuff. So if you can't watch videos for a long period of time at once, go to TikTok, go to our clips and all that good stuff. I'm sure there'll be plenty of clips on this episode. So, yeah, go ahead and hit us up on the follow. You know, we're going to let the girls introduce themselves in a second, you know, have their Instagram handles up for whoever may want it. But, yeah, I don't know how they feel about that. But, yeah, man, how you feeling, Justin? I know we've been working for a while. I just wanted to check up on you, man.
First of all, okay, I'm just playing. I think I'm feeling all right. You know me, just waiting for the next day at this point. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the next day, specifically next Friday. If you know, you know.
Yes, sir, man. College football's coming. We will not be outside when this game comes out. I ain't gonna lie to you. But there's so much to talk about. We're gonna have to talk about that another day. But for now, a what? Yeah. Well, anyways, listen, we got a lot of things to go over, but first, I want to go over the girls, man. We have 2 new guests, and we have, I guess they're all 3 new. Technically, they're all 3 new. I know we have one from the original episode 50, but I kind of want her opinion on all that stuff in a second. But first, reintroduce yourselves. All right, we'll start with you.
I'm Shaylee, stepdad Shay on all handles, pretty much. You can find me there.
Why stepdad?
It was a softball nickname. I used to really love when I played co-ed, like growing up. I would be like, "I'll fuck your mom," because I was the catcher, and you have to like shit talk basically. So I'd just be like, the boys would be up to bat, and I'd be like, "I'll fuck your mom." Like I dare you to hit it. I'll fuck your mom. And well,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
got the nickname stepdad pretty quick after that.
That's kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of cool. You don't think that's hard?
I have a different trash talk than that, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was worse. That was just like the funny one with the boys. And none of them could really run faster than me at that time. That was before my knee.
About to say, yeah.
Shit the fan.
Career over. What about you?
I'm Taylor with an E. And it's Taylor.Spoden on most things, too.
Social security.
Credit card number.
Body count. What?
Body count?
Body count.
That's crazy.
You don't have to answer that, by the way.
I only have 2 bodies.
Well, I mean,
Clean girl.
like, in today's society, I guess that's like the Virgin Mary. So, good. Congratulations. What about you, huh?
My name's Hallie. It's Rickard_Hallie on Instagram. The other ones, it's something else. I'm not giving out all of my social media.
Her TikTok is.
She is so nervous, bro.
Are you in the middle? Let's make it better.
She's freaking out over the mic stand right now.
Because it's like,
Give us those 16 numbers on your.
keeps falling.
Just give us those 16 numbers on your card, and those 3 numbers on the back as well.
I actually remember my card number.
Don't say.
I don't. I don't know my card number by heart.
Please don't.
I know
say
that
it.
it's a Visa, so it's 4229.
Nope.
That's the first 4 of every Visa.
Come on, man. You're not supposed to be saying
Maybe.
that out here.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, you gotta give him a second.
Yeah, you hold your mic.
Oh shit! Now we're all holding the mic.
Someone's not getting a security deposit back.
Well, damn. Now we're all holding the mics, except for her. Man, fuck.
Bougie princess.
I got to buy some new mics for my next check.
I mean, you want to start off with their questions.
Yeah, y'all have.
You want me to start off with like the easy question? You want me to get themselves in?
Get warmed up.
Okay, man. I'm gonna get you settled in. I ask I ask all of my guests this question.
Oh, God.
Okay, all right. This is just a very opinionated question. We don't judge over here. We're a judgment free zone. I think.
Okay, Planet Fitness.
I think
that's copyrighted.
Okay, here's my question. In what city here in Tennessee are the most, or in what city here in Tennessee have the most red flag guys?
Most red flag guys. Franklin.
I
Franklin,
knew she was gonna
Tennessee.
do
Well, that's a new one. That's new.
You know who you are?
Well, that's new.
I was gonna say Murfreesboro.
No,
Look
it's
at me
Franklin.
like that.
I'm just saying Murfreesboro every time.
Murfreesboro's bad.
Yeah.
Murfreesboro? No, I live there. Murfreesboro's horrible.
It don't matter what school. You can go private, public.
Yeah, you
It's
can go-
so bad everywhere.
It's terrible.
Any school in Murfreesboro, and you're
Watch you bringing God in this, bro. Catholic is.
I'm just saying.
listen. I dated someone who went to a little Christian private school. Not a good idea. Not
Very
a good
bad
idea.
idea.
That's why I've heard that as well. I've heard that as well, me personally. Now, why? Dang, man. So I guess that all your general answers was Murfreesboro, basically.
Yeah, the general area.
Like, why does everyone say that? I'm pretty sure.
Have
a lot
you
of people
been to
listen.
Murfreesboro?
I mean, yeah, but it's like I don't pay attention to nobody.
I
You
feel
should.
yeah, but like living there, like I grew up in Murfreesboro. I went to school in Murfreesboro my whole life, so
He lived there for a couple of months, so he might have a better understanding than me.
I went to MTSU, so I know how. I understand.
oh, them MTSU frat guys,
Heck no.
horrible.
Hoochies.
They're horrible.
They can party. I'll give them that.
They can
You
party,
know.
but they're hoochies.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
we-
bad.
And they always like start off nice too. Like you go on their Instagram, they're just holding a nice little bass or like have a buck,
They got,
and then you
or
get
they're
to know
like on
them.
the fishing boat from
Well, it's
the
called selling you
family
a-
Florida trip 2012.
Well, it's called selling you a dream. I mean, that's what we as guys do. I mean, I don't know what you expected. It's what guys do. We both sell different things to each other. I mean, we as guys, we sell a dream, and you as girls, you guys sell purity.
I don't need a man to sell a dream to me though.
But that's what we do, though.
But like that does not like if you like first of all, if you give me an ick, that's just no. Like everything I want I can give to myself.
Oh my gosh, my biggest
shit.
ick, and this is gonna bring
You
like
independent type girl, huh?
bars into this. My
Oh,
biggest
shit.
ick is like when you're dancing and you are like hopping and flailing around. Why are you doing that? Sober, first of all. I see the X's on your hand. Sober, insane.
Crazy. Or like they're like, can you teach me how to dance? We're in the middle of like
They're
a
in the
dance.
front row. They come up mid dance. Can you teach me how to do this? Can you teach me how to do that?
They do that a lot.
And they usually smell terrible.
Or-
Like,
yes,
They
they
do
do.
that a
They
lot.
They're like
stink,
drunk
bro.
under. My one pet peeve I think that I've come up with in the past 4 years that I've been like in the bar scene is people that have never been to a line dance bar. Everyone is welcome to come learn anytime. That's not a problem at all. But when you step on people that are mid dance, because a lot of times we're there to dance because that's our stress reliever for the week. But when you're coming in there and you're stepping on people and making people mad and you know you're doing it, you're underage, you're drunk, like you're just creating more problems for yourself at that point.
and it's always the girls with the white boots.
Oh,
And then they
yeah.
want to fight. No, like the Sheen Amazon
The
white
Amazon
boots.
First of
white
all-
boots.
No,
Can we talk about the bottom of my boot?
yeah, like that's a broken in boot, but I'm talking about like
Broken in,
you just got like yours off of Amazon for $20 and
Yeah.
you're like drunk and you're like
They have the zipper on the side.
yeah, and you're like about to throw up on me and then you want to try to fight like cuz actually
We
I
had
don't
that situation happen to us personally.
yeah, and
We
it's
did,
always they
yeah.
always come at me first cuz I'm quiet, but I'm like once you get me there, it's not going to be good cuz if I go, everyone goes. It's not going to be like one hit and you're done kind of thing.
We
She's
also
not
don't
wrong.
immediately
So we just
jump
got-
to
Anything
violence.
happens
Yeah.
to her, we got her. So
Who do we bring into our home, bro?
We don't ever immediately jump to violence. It takes a lot, especially like I would say my group of friends. We don't immediately jump like, oh, we're not just going to run up and hit somebody. We're going to confront you. We're going to try to talk about the problem. But when you're drunk, you're in my face, and you've pushed me when all I did was ask you politely to move off the dance floor, that's when it becomes a very big issue.
Can we all just get along, bro? Like, golly. Like, can we all just, like, come on, guys. Like learn to be nice to
It's
each
not
other.
even that. It's like anybody, and it's not just oh, I get angry when I drink whiskey. It's everyone, when you're drunk, you're inebriated, you're not thinking to your fullest extent. Your reaction time's a little bit slower. You're not fully thinking about what you're doing before you do it. If I was, plastered at the bar and a girl just came up and shoulder chucked me with both hands, I'm going to come at her. And that's not like, that's a human reaction. That's fight or flight. That's defending yourself. And you're always concerned for your safety. But when you're drunk, you're not oriented enough to do that.
And it's giving bad bitch
And when
energy.
you are under
Don't put your hands on
21,
me.
when you're under 21 and you go into a bar, we know you're drunk, first of all. Anybody, I can be drunk off my tail end, and I can tell that you're underage and you're as drunk as can be.
Off her tail.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Off my
they make it
tail
look
end.
obvious.
I'm
I mean,
trying
they
to
do
keep
make
it
it obvious. I'm not going to lie to you.
And that's so funny to me that they make it so obvious, or like the people that go into the bathroom with 4 drinks in their group of friends, and there's one 21-year-old per group. They go in the bathroom with 4 drinks and walk out with half of a drink left. Like, that's not obvious to security.
That, or they like
You're gonna make them mad. You giving away all the secrets, man.
The bartenders and security all know their secrets.
that, or like you look down their boots and they have like the
You
little
can see the
shooters.
little humps on the side of their boots, and they won't kick their feet because in any dance where you gotta like kick up, they won't, because they don't want their shooters to fall out of their boot.
I think the funniest part was like one girl that I knew I went to high school with. She was like off her rocker like one night. She was like, "Do you want to drink?" I was like, "No, I don't really drink anyways." And she was like, "Well, I have a bunch of shooters," and she like pulled back her boot, and I swear to you, like she had long ones on. There was like 20 in there. I was like, "That can't be comfortable, sis." Like,
It's not.
and
It
you're
hurts
already
so bad.
plastered. Like,
From experience, it hurts. It's not
So-
comfortable.
or they have lumps in their shirts where they're like,
They have them in their bra and they're wearing the tightest shirt they own.
So, with that being said, I mean, have y'all all been drunk before?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know there are different
Being
kinds
accused.
of people under the influence. Like, some people may be more happy, more giggly, more angry. What kind of like were y'all?
I'm happy. I
Hallie-
get so incredibly happy when I'm drunk. Like it's bad.
Okay.
Like
I
I'm
want to see
saying
a
hi
happy
to
drunk giggle.
Right. It's so bad. I get the drunk giggles too. I'll be sitting there just laughing my ass
The
off.
drunk giggles is an understatement. You cannot form a full sentence because you get 2 words in and you just giggle.
She does laugh a lot. She's laughing a lot right now.
Yeah.
Are you drunk?
No, that's just her normal self. She's a bubbly person. She
That's
just
crazy.
when she's drunk, it heightens it by like 1,000.
Crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, what about you? I feel like you'd be ready to fight.
Okay, I'm like,
A mix.
yeah, I'm like a mix. Like, I'm not like angry or anything, but I definitely like come off like the laid back part of me. Like, I'm ready. I'm more like attentive, I guess.
She takes a breath before.
Yeah, like I'll probably give you. It's more like you can try to conversate with me, but like if you already messed up, if you talk too much, then I probably would just go at it. Honestly,
If you're in her face, just
Yeah.
like going word for word, trying to be confrontational, and you're like, hit me, you won't? Okay.
She will.
That's questionable. So
'Cause-
don't do that.
Well, not only that, because I'm like shorter than majority of all the people we hang out with, anyways. And like usually I don't put my input in unless I'm like already irritated about something. Like with things that already happened, I just stayed out of it. But like people who are my friends knew I was ready to have their back if I needed to. And I think like when I am intoxicated, it's just like, what did she say to you? Let's go. Because like at that point, I'm drunk. That other person's probably already drunk. So at the end of the day, we probably won't feel much, but I probably will black out on someone. I think that's why I actually haven't gotten into a fight at the bar, because it's like, it is fight or flight for me. And like, I'll black out. Like, I just will go until you're like not moving, or I'll go till I'm not moving.
That's what I'm saying.
I am a retired
Level
crash
1,000
out.
crash out right next to me, guys.
Well, I'm retired. That was like high school me, but now,
Tired, man.
Yeah.
That shit never leaves you. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, it takes a
With
lot
enough-
more.
With
People
enough
lie about
alcohol,
shit.
anybody's a crash out.
They be lying like shit, but they say they're not crash outs. But you know what, man? I'm gonna switch the subject really quickly. I'm gonna ask these ladies about something that they understand very well. All right, it's something called a woman's intuition. Okay, and this is just one of my topics I was talking about. How much do you guys believe in women's intuition?
1,000%.
I don't know, because with me, it's like, yes, obviously, like, trust your gut, like, stuff like that, but I have anxiety, so,
She's
like,
Delulu also. Not
yeah,
only
that
that anxiety,
too,
that girl is
but, like,
Delulu. She will create
She'll
false
create a
narratives.
better narrative in her head
You wanna-
than what is happening to like
wanna
believe
talk?
that.
You want to...
You want it?
Quit your yapping. Anyways.
Wait.
Anyway.
I think
I wasn't even delusional with this last thing.
You were a little delulu.
I went off of what someone made me think. That doesn't make me delusional.
You were a little delulu.
I think
for
there's a difference,
a
though.
situational part of it.
Pause the podcast. I gotta yell at somebody.
I think it's different though when you like love someone and you're like trying to follow your intuition. Like I think that's two different things because like when you do have strong feelings for someone, it blinds you of a lot of things. But also, I think that's like one of.
Isn't that just being delusional at that point?
Well, I guess if you want to put it, but like I don't know, you want to fight more for that person no matter what they're doing.
Delulu is a very like broad term now for what it's being used for, in the sense of like
it's being glorified nowadays.
It is being glorified, but it's also like, and this is situational as well, is someone is feeding you this narrative that they like you and they want to be with you.
Like
and
I said
then
earlier.
constantly, they'll give you a compliment. Oh, I'm not ready for this.
They're
I don't
selling
want
a
this.
dream,
I don't want
I
that. But it's like
I just said, they're selling a dream.
Also, like when it comes down to it, and I gave the advice, and I wasn't going to push her to hurt her own feelings, and because he was showing totally different sides around her, and being this Mr. Nice Guy and showing face and doing all this, but at the end of the day, where I would say Delulu as a very delusional, whatever you want to say as a broad term, is
how long
it took her to, when I had told her a month prior to it finally coming to an end of it being, hey, you need to call him out on it. And it's not even like, and I think it's more of, I was in a situation like that before I met who I'm with now, and being in a healthy relationship shows you so much. But when you're constantly being complimented and 5 seconds later, I don't want a relationship, that is gaslighting. Not really gaslighting, but manipulation. You're feeding this false narrative to someone for the attention. But when you get called out about it, you go silent and you have to have the conversation over text.
Okay.
She just
Well, first of all, that sounded personal.
I was about to say, first of all, are you okay?
My entire situation. That's what she just spoke about.
So are you okay?
I'm okay.
Well, that sounded personal. Second of all, back to my question about intuition. You said that you believed in 1,000%, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my question is, if a girl's intuition is so real, how come that they choose the wrong guy so many times?
It's
that
not
goes into what
necessarily
Taylor
that.
was saying. That goes into what Taylor was saying.
Feelings can hide a lot of it. Like, I was in a 1.5 year long relationship with a closeted man, and I knew from the jump, and a lot of it was I wanted to have that feeling of being loved and having that relationship. And, you know, after you're together for so long, yes, I know you can pause it in just a second.
No. I wasn't going to pause it. I was just going to retort after what you said.
But, like, the TV show Love is Blind. It is. When you love someone, you'll forgive anything. Like, I forgave way more than I should have, but my intuition was never wrong. My phone could vibrate across the room at that point in time, and I'd know exactly what message was going to pop up, and it was going to be another "Hey girly" text. And I stayed, and it was one of those girl things where I stayed until I hated him, until I looked at him and my stomach turned every time I looked at him.
Here's where we have it fucked up. Okay, who we like and who we should date are two way different things.
Yeah,
and that's where a lot of girls have it fucked up. They let their temporary feelings over a guy mess up what the fuck that they got going on. I see so many girls destroy themselves over trying to fix something that wasn't going to ever be fixed. And you know what? I blame that on the girl 1,000% because they had the ultimate power to leave that situation, feelings or not. I mean, because let me tell you something. All right, when you are an individual who loves yourself, you're not going to tolerate the stuff that you find
but
intolerable.
There's also trauma with that. Like, a lot of girls, especially girls that maybe didn't grow up with a father figure, they look for that love in every man that they meet. They want to feel like they're being, like, I guess, nurtured in a way.
And we was talking about that multiple episodes.
But also, I feel like women are stronger in that department. Like you said,
what department?
When you said, like, you know, there's someone that you like and there's someone you know you should be dating. The thing is with, like, women, sometimes, like, when they're already in it, first of all, men put on a front for
Well,
like
duh.
months.
No
For
shit.
months.
No
And women
shit.
also feel bad
and women
hurting
fall
people.
for it.
And then by then, you're already too
hooked.
deep.
You're hooked.
But here's the
But
thing.
what-
I like staying until I hate you because
Yeah.
then it makes me stronger.
And no, it makes you look like a victim.
No, it
No.
makes me stronger.
It makes it easier.
It
Listen,
like-
I can talk about being victimized all I want because
because you
As
get
someone
rewarded
that
for
has
it.
been a victim of multiple different
Because
things.
you get rewarded for it.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
And it's not even
it makes
that.
me look for something else in another guy. Like if you acted this way, then I'm like, oh, I already know you're putting on a front. Oh, I need to learn from that.
How are women stronger in that department? But when they come to terms that they like a man, nothing that they do ever has to make sense.
You know how many times I've had girlfriends? So you were talking about women's intuition. This girl that I was friends with in high school, her boyfriend was cheating on her, whatever. She called him out on it. This man was sobbing, crying in her car.
That's where
Manipulation
it, like,
tactic.
what it looks like. Oh, we
But-
want to be the victim. It's we've sat there. We've been cheated on 32 times. The staying to the point you hate them. You probably are going to get cheated on multiple times. But in the end, you deserve that victim status because they went out on you multiple
32 times?
No, that was me exaggerating.
Well, I'm just saying though, if they go
It's-
out on you multiple times,
But it's
if
like
you give
in
them
the
first
end. But
time-
when you call a dude out and he's sitting there sobbing because he
Yeah.
wants to play poor pitiful me, oh my gosh, like
Well,
my
victimhood doesn't
grandma
work for us.
died and I didn't know who else to go to.
But
and she
victimhood doesn't
texted me
work-
back.
but
like,
victimhood doesn't work for men like how it works for y'all.
But like when you're with a girl, so I was with somebody for
I
literally
agree
over
with
a
that.
year.
Yeah, I can't
And
be a
then-
victim.
In a
That's
sense,
true.
though.
It wa-
But like, okay,
it's the
on
same
how
thing
that-
for girls.
Well, everyone's going to say that it was my fault,
yes,
which I agree
yes,
with them.
because you're a man and like y'all are supposed to be the protectors, the providers, or whatever. But the thing is, how things are nowadays. Everything y'all can do for me, I can do all by myself. I can go out and make millions of dollars by myself. I
But that
can
won't
get
make you
pregnant by
attractive.
myself. Okay, I don't have to be attractive though. If I have to save myself from all that stuff, all that trauma, all the cheating, all the lying, all the getting hurt, having to literally like beg just to have a conversation with
you
a
got to
man.
choose correctly. That's all.
Yeah, but it's also
That's all
the
you
thing,
gotta do
like,
is choose.
I'd rather, like, I know that I got myself. I know that I can provide for myself. So it's like, it's that comfort of, I don't need a man. I don't need.
Come on, bro. Come on.
It's just, but it's the truth. Like, it's that.
You don't. And then
You know
when
what that
you
makes
find
you
a
when you
man,
provide for yourself? It makes you a fucking adult.
but it's not even that. But like as women, we're supposed to be seen as, oh, you cook and clean, you stay home, all these stay at home, do this. Which yes,
I'm sorry, but that
I
shit is
praise
dead.
you.
I'm sorry, but that shit is dead. We have
If you are with someone that can provide for you to the point you can stay home, I praise you because must be nice.
even then
But-
though.
And
most
it's
of-
like
Not
it's
only that-
also like in this economy, it's impossible. And it's not even, oh, well, she can do this on her own. She's independent. Yeah, everyone needs to be independent. But at the end of the day, you are a team. A relationship is a team. Like if I have $0 in my bank account because I've paid this many bills, my boyfriend will step in and be like, hey, do you need any help with anything? Are you okay? Like anything. And I could work my ass off. I could work it off every single day of the week and still come home with nothing because bills are so expensive now. But when it comes down to, oh, being a victim, men can do the same thing. If a woman goes out and cheats on them, oh, well, she's a whore, she's this, she's that. And yeah, everyone gets the same pushback from that. It's not, oh, men are treated 10 times worse because they cheated. Women that cheat,
Men could come back from it though.
men
That's the
can come
difference.
back from
Men
it.
could come back way.
If a woman's
easier
a
than women
cheater,
can.
I guarantee you every female in the next 1,000 miles knows that girl
Mm-hmm.
cheated on her boyfriend.
And not only that though, I feel like when you said it like staying at home and like taking care of things is dead and stuff, the thing is like that's a whole nother job itself. And I feel like some men in this generation is like, well, you're still the woman, you need to make sure all this is happening. I produce life. Like you're here because of your mom. So I feel like it should go 50-50 at home. There should be 50-50 respect with everything.
Well, you producing us was 50-50 as well.
Yes.
So-
But
so that argument-
It's
do
still
you have
50-50.
to? Do you have to grow for 9 months? Do
I
you
have to put it in you.
Do you have to?
have to
Raise
put the
You got
seed
to
in
have
you
a
though.
good time.
I have to put the
Your
seed in you though.
Your
Your
30 seconds
is
of
the
good
next
time.
9 months of
Yeah, but I have to
ripping,
earn those 30 seconds.
leaking,
But I have to earn
not
those 30
sleeping, not
seconds.
eating, throwing up.
But you have to think about that. We have to earn those 30 seconds. You can get pregnant tonight if you want to.
Oh,
Girl.
I can't. Me personally, I can't.
And also, just to be scientifically speaking, men actually create life. Y'all bring life because your eggs are actually dead until we put the seed in you. That's how it actually goes. You only hold the
This
Y.
conversation's making me uncomfortable.
I'm just
Okay, but
telling
the
you
thing
how it
is if we were single and we were ready to have kids and we didn't want to have anyone to have kids with, like we weren't married, we weren't in a stable relationship, whatever, I can go out and get pregnant. I can go to the doctor. You can't.
Yes, but you would.
Huh?
Thanks to a man, right?
Yes, but you can't do it. You can't
Oh my
carry
gosh,
it in your
guys!
stomach.
Men run the world. Did y'all know that?
I don't know about that, man.
This is
Men run the
getting
world.
too
I don't know,
political.
man.
Guys, this is getting too
Men are
political.
low key the oppressed ones nowadays.
Let's
but
remember-
that's a different conversation.
We're all
But that's a different
friends.
conversation.
No,
You know what?
I agree with you.
what?
I'm just saying, like, carrying a baby for 9 months and just, nutting
And
it
you guys
means
are the
two
protected.
separate things.
And you guys are the protected.
What do you mean?
The things that we as men do is to protect women. Now, are there a couple of exceptions who are pieces of shit who like to harm women? Of course. But most men out here, we're not really harming women. As a matter of fact, we want to protect women because we know that women they function better when they're more preserved. When you really put women out here and feed them the trauma of a man, they're fucked up out here.
Like what I was saying,
Oh God, we are.
And then the streets call, then y'all get pressed when we don't want to talk to you.
And then guess what? And then guess what? There's men like us who take these broken women and try to put the pieces back together. But then guess what? Those same women, they will never be thankful for us fixing them because they will resent us because we remember them back when they were broken. Oh shit!
Because then that same man that quote unquote fixed that
Oh, yeah,
girl
hype yourself up
turns
over there.
turns around and breaks her again. Usually,
What?
there's very few that actually put the pieces back together and stay the way they were when they were trying to fix her. And there's a lot more that turn around and do the same shit she just went through that he just quote unquote fixed.
I've
That's a piece of
definitely
shit.
seen relationships where girls have been very open, like, hey, I got cheated on, like, I really got hurt, like, I'm okay with being in a relationship. I may not be 100% ready because I am learning to cope with trusting and trust issues and stuff like that again. And there's girls that are open and honest, and then when they are fully back to, hey, I do feel like I can trust you, we've talked for a long time, like, I've grown that trust with you, we get together, get cheated on. And it's always like, well, if you're not giving it to me at home, I'm going to go find it somewhere else. And I think that's just bullshit.
Hallie has a point. This may be an unpopular opinion, and like y'all will probably agree with me because you are men, and this is like kind of more towards you. But like,
listening.
me personally, after my last relationship, yeah, I was fucked up. Like I'll tell you that myself, I was fucked up.
Sound
But
like a
I
lot of
don't
girls.
take it. I don't see it as like I'm not going to get into a relationship and see it as the man's job to fix me. I'm going to fix myself.
Literally.
Because
Can't build nobody.
I want to be happy with myself. I'm not going to depend on a man to fix me and to like put all the pieces back together. That's just like I don't think that's
No man's going to walk into a Build-A-Bitch store.
Fuck that shit. I'm sorry. I ain't fixing no woman no more.
Like,
I'm sorry.
if
That
you're
shit
so
very
broken that...
it's a thankless job.
And it goes both ways. Guys, like,
Well, girls expect to be thanked.
personal situation over here.
Well, girls would expect to be thanked if they fixed a man.
No.
You sure?
No.
I think you just talk
should
to
be
the
grateful.
wrong women.
No.
It's
no.
not even
They
that.
definitely
It's like
expect it.
nobody should be expected to build anybody else up. And if that's your mindset, then you need a therapist.
It's not
Seek
your
I've got a
job
good
to
one.
fix a problem that
Seek
someone else
hope.
started.
What's up?
It's not your job to fix a problem that someone else made or started.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't sit here and knock that cup over and be like, Justin, get up and wipe that up for me.
That would be some fucking horseshit. I'm not going to lie.
That would be bullshit because
would be
I
some
made that mess. I need to clean it up.
I hear you guys talking about Meg Shing a lot, which is very, very, very fucking hilarious. Because, unpopular opinion.
Women do it a lot.
Well, no. Most women, they like guys who can cheat on them.
Baby, if you cheat on me, you better run
Let me
because I'm
explain-
Hispanic. I'll
let me
kill
explain.
you.
Let me explain what I'm talking about. Would you
attractive,
would you
perfect man.
No. Okay, so do you guys consider yourselves picky?
Yes.
Okay, well that's concerning. But basically, most girls, they consider themselves picky, and I hate to say this, but most girls, they like the same guys. All right, AKA the guys who are able to cheat, who have the capability to cheat. That doesn't mean that they're going to, but it means that they could if they wanted to. those are the guys that most girls want.
If you can't go out by yourself with your boys without me worrying and stalking you and stuff, then I don't want to be with you.
Can I say one thing?
We can't control if you worry.
Well, obviously trust is broken somewhere. If you're not good to go out by yourself because I think you're going to cheat on me,
why would I be? How many of you guys have trust issues?
I mean, same for him. If he can't.
That answers my question. How many of you guys have trust issues?
Not me. I'm good where I'm at.
Okay, because they don't really exist.
They do exist. I will say.
Do you want to know why I say that?
Why?
You don't like trust issues don't really exist. You could trust a past experience that you had with it. Well, you might have had some past experiences with a couple of guys hurting you, but that's what you're trusting.
Okay, my past is not going to come to my future though. If this guy did something to me in my new relationship,
to the rule.
If my new relationship, he gave me no doubt already. But if you start making me doubt, if you give me reasons to, then that's where our trust starts.
My
to fuck up.
ex-boyfriend was having slumber parties with men, and my new boyfriend worships the ground I walk on, and not in a way of like I've made him that way. He's just like, we are in such a healthy relationship that I can go out and he can go out. Like, man is going to Canada, won't even be here for my birthday, and I'm not even, like, I'm a little sad about it, but I know that in the end he's going to do something he wants to do. And I don't believe in being in a relationship where you need to be tied together at the hip constantly. We are two separate people living separate lives. Like, man goes and races his trucks, and he wanted me to go with him, and I'm going with him, but guess where I'm not going to be? In the passenger seat. And it's not because I don't trust his driving. My anxiety, my brain immediately goes to, well, what if something happens? What if something happens? I don't want to be trapped in that vehicle, unable to save him if something were to happen. I don't want to be in there, and I don't want to have to go through the traumatic, and that's just how my brain works, is I get scared. And it's not even, like, when I met him, the way that we met is hilarious. Like, we met at Shaggy's.
Oh, my God.
And that man had never, ever been to a bar before.
Shaggy's is
And they drug him to
crazy.
Shaggy's. Shaggy's, of all places, drug him there. That man sat in the corner quiet all night until I went and spoke to him. And we have been together since.
You see, man, a girl approaching a guy does work. A lot, actually.
Well, I will say, shout out to Nicholas. He knows who he is, Mr. Nick Ward. He did go hype me up before I went over there.
Yeah, man.
He went over there, hey, do you think my friend is cute? But that's as far as it went.
Yeah, man, sometimes, it just takes a good wingman. Like, come on, man. Like, we're not... Like,
Yeah, these girls need help out here. They don't know how to play.
they ain't got no game.
Men
Hey,
don't
I
have
just walked
game
up.
either. Men just to be like,
right.
can I have your
Neither-
Snapchat?
you're right.
I'm like,
Neither-
ew, ask for
you're
my
right.
number or something.
You're right.
Get
You're
up
right.
in your face.
You know
and
what?
they'll be
You're
like,
right. Neither
hey.
side has game. But guess what? You guys play a whole different game than we do.
I walked up
And
to him.
guess
I
what?
said, hey,
Women
you're
still have
cute.
no
Want to
game.
dance?
Women still have no game.
We
in
can
their-
put my game to test because I got game, honey.
But do you know what? But do you know what your game is?
What?
Keeping the man after you fuck him.
Eyeballs. Oh, I don't fuck them until
Yeah.
we're in a relationship.
Yeah, we got to be committed, babe.
You gotta
Well,
want
like I
me,
said,
want
though, if
me,
you can't
want me
keep
for
them-
more than my body
If you can't
before
keep
you
him
get
after
it.
you fuck him, then what kind of game do you really have?
None.
I think he's talking about post nut clarity. You know how like a guy would
Oh,
probably
dear.
finish,
Yeah.
and then he probably doesn't want anything
Post-nut
to do with
clarity
you
is
afterwards.
I
literally-
was silenced for me because
Like
that had nothing to do with me.
Well, but this ain't got shit to do with post-nut clarity. It's what
Post-nut
can you-
clarity
it's
is
what can
literally
you do-
science.
It's what can you do for a man after you fuck him?
Fuck them again.
Are you saying most girls have nothing to offer than sex?
Yeah.
Well, damn.
I mean,
That's it, boys. That's
I mean, if we're
podcast.
just keeping the buck. I mean, most girls, they don't really
In
provide
this
much
generation,
utility.
yes.
I mean,
in this generation, most that anyone is worried about is sex.
I mean,
But that's how the generation has been brought up. It's not like
but we control
back
it.
in the day.
But women control sex more than anybody.
Valid.
So
You're not-
what they complaining
you're
about?
not
though?
wrong.
So what they complaining about?
It's
I
like-
mean, we're in the generation where women are the least traditional. They have the least motherly skills. They think with their emotions the most. They make the worst decisions in either mates or what will affect their lives. So it's like, what are they really bringing? I mean,
Okay,
you really
I
have to
think
find
I can-
diamonds in the roughs out here.
I think so. With me, my last relationship, me and him are still on really good terms, like talking and stuff. And I think that if I didn't bring, after 2 years, I think if I didn't bring anything but sex at the table, he would stop talking to me right when we ended things.
You
It
said that you
wouldn't
were around
be.
for 2 years, right?
We dated for 2 years and we just
Okay.
broke up recently.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
still have like been talking and hanging out. and
Okay,
stuff.
see,
Without
you
fucking.
man, you brought some value, that makes you worthy of a long-term relationship.
But
At least you know that you got that.
But also, I feel like not to like bring families into it, but I think it's how your upbringing too. Not a lot of people have like mom and dad both at home, or they are not getting taught how to cook or how to clean or how to take care of things.
You see, I ain't gonna lie. I low key do wish I had that excuse because guess what? If I was, because I'm a man. Let's say I was like 30 years old and I just said that, all right, man, my family didn't teach me how to cook. My family didn't teach me how to clean. You would be like, motherfucker, you're 30 years old. Why don't you know how to do any of this?
I'd look at a woman that way too.
Yeah.
If
So
you're
fam-
walking
so
up
that's
to
not
me
really-
and you're
'cause
30
you can
and you
learn,
don't know
like-
how to cook or clean, you got some issues.
Listen, I grew up with grandma. I didn't have mom nor dad at home,
Well,
and
women get more
I
of a benefit
taught
of the doubt.
myself.
Adopted.
I have a question. Why should a man put a ring on your finger?
Cause I'm cool as fuck, bro.
Ultimate laughs.
Seriously.
I think no, seriously. I think you need to have laughter. Like if you can make a man, like if you and your spouse can laugh together and like have fun, but then also respect each other. Like laughter is like a number one thing. Like because. And also, I think it's like how y'all talk to each other. Because how y'all talk to each other, even when you're mad, angry, however you want to put it, is how you're going to talk to your kids. And that's what you're going to teach your kids. When you get overstimulated, you're going to snap. Because you snap on me, and you're supposed to love me. That's how you're going to do it to your kids, too.
Which is very valid because, I mean, I've been in a very healthy relationship for, a year and a half? And how many times have me and Will argued? Maybe once. We had one serious argument the whole time we've been
most
together.
people don't need to have kids, though. I'm just
No, they
saying.
don't. In this generation, there is so many people out there that some people, I'll be on Facebook and I'll be scrolling. I'll see a positive pregnancy test. I'll be, oh, congrats. Oh.
No,
Like,
no,
get your
pisses
shit
me off-
together, bro.
Pisses me
For
off
real.
when it pisses me off when I don't know who the fucking dad is. Because
It pisses me off when you're on your 50th kid and they all got different daddies.
Yeah, it's like, damn, bitch, you struck out so many times. Like, get it together.
And it's not even that. It's like,
That intuition builds
where
wrong.
is your respect? Like, to just, and I know it's so easy to get pregnant and everything like that. Like, oh, yeah, but it takes two to tango. And when you're out here and you're 2 months into a relationship popping up pregnant, sometimes it works out. But, like, understand that when you're on your 5th kid and
you got 6 different baby
and
daddies.
you got 6, you're on your 5th kid with your 6th baby daddy.
We need to get it together.
Get it together.
I
And
use
you
the
got
improper
no
fraction as well.
car, no job, and you
like-
living with your mama in the basement. You need to get together. And you're like my age.
It's like, dog, like, what are you doing, my G? Like,
Seriously,
Literally.
Like, you
like do we
struck
not
out
have
these
marriages or like marriages anymore? Do we not like plan for
You'd be
this?
surprised though how many girls out here are choosing the wrong man to have kids
Yeah.
with, and then
Don't
there's
let
no one to
anybody
blame.
be the baby daddy.
And there's no one to blame but themselves.
Rich baby daddy gang.
So
You ain't even got to pay child support if you don't want to.
Okay.
At this
I
point,
guess that was the wrong question. Let me switch it up in a way like this. What do you bring to the table
us personally, like each individual person?
to a relationship, to your man? What do you bring to the table?
I bring, me personally, what I feel like, and this is very opinionated, like especially when you're asking a question like this, it's very opinionated. I bring, I'm a loving, nurturing person. I have a very bubbly personality. A lot of people that have met me have always told me, you're so sweet. Like,
Just don't get
you
her
have a
fucked up.
You don't look at me that way. You've seen every side of me.
Okay, but she said for me.
Just don't get her fucked
She
up.
said for me. She said.
Especially about people she loves.
Yeah, I
said
will.
for me. That
And
was
that is
accurate.
another thing about me is I will go to the ends of the earth to make sure that you reap what you sow if you hurt someone I love. Even if it's just 30 years down the road, you drop your phone and crack it and you think I had something to do with it. I don't want to physically harm you. I want to, and this sounds so crazy, but I want to get in your head and not a very like, oh, I'm going to be under your bed. I'm going to grab your ankles when you get up at night. But in like the way of like, you feel like that everything that has gone wrong, I'm right behind it.
What?
If you've hurt someone I love genuinely, and I'm not saying you walked up and called Hallie a bitch. I'm saying you have torn her confidence, her like how she feels about herself
my
down.
ex?
Yeah. I'm in your dreams, I hope, every night. She won't let me text you, because she's scared of a restraining order.
Yes, indeed. I'm not scared. No, he's the one
Me
that was
getting
gonna
one.
get a restraining
He's
order.
gonna get one on me.
Yeah, please stop making accounts and texting her.
Please.
That's embarrassing.
I'm
Get a
begging.
life.
I think we need to do some forgiving out here, guys.
Forgiving?
I think,
That's crazy.
I would
If
never
you heard
forgive what he
this man
did.
to me.
Watching her go, and this, I'm so sorry, but I'm laying it all out. Watching
That's fine.
her over the past couple of years go from this dorky little pimple-faced, constantly stressed out, covering her body constantly because all she wanted to wear was sweatpants and hoodies because she didn't, feel confident in herself, to this bubbly little line dance beautiful girl with confidence to talk to everybody. She has made so many friends herself that I didn't even have to really introduce her to. She is such a light, and I feel like he dimmed her down so bad that when she got out of that, I saw the light just get brighter and brighter as she got, I guess you could say, as she healed.
It was rough. I look at pictures from a year ago today, and I'm like, ooh.
And when you watch someone heal that way, you guys saw me whenever I first came back to Cahoots, I was 79 pounds. Y'all saw me in my worst state, and you still walked up to me and lifted me up and became friends with me and spoke to me. And it was my personality. You looked past the way that I looked because I know everyone and their mom was like, she's got to be anorexic. And I was. But over time, I built myself back up, and I got out of that. And I'm finally at my goal weight that I've had my entire life.
Yeah.
good job.
We as women do have to build ourselves up, and it's not everyone else's mess to clean up.
Yeah, that's true. Personally, I don't really remember when you were that skinny, but
I mean, a lot of people, unless they like see pictures to be like, oh yeah, I used to talk to you then, they've kind of,
Didn't realize at the
everyone
time.
has been told not to mention it. Which is like, why?
There's a question about
I'm crunching
you.
ice in the mic.
Question
I'm
about
so
you,
sorry.
having to build yourself up. For you ladies, did you usually have to build yourself up after you were torn down?
Mm-hmm.
For you guys, yeah, I think that's what the difference is between you guys and us. We have to build ourselves from like the beginning. Like we can't wait for someone to tear us down because from day one we really ain't shit. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, guys gotta become the shit. That's
But
why.
there's also, and I will say this about some men, and I'm not tearing anybody down. I'm not saying this in a mean way, but there's some men that carry themselves as, oh, I'm this big bad man, and only a real woman could be with me. And it's like they always go after the bar whore. Over here, like, I'm Mr. Macho Man.
The bar
But it's
whore
like,
for
but
what?
they always go after the bar whore.
For what? The bar whore for what?
You know what they going for some coochie.
Okay.
But they don't ever want to be with anybody. They just want to be like, oh yeah, I mess with her.
Because unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I mean,
Yeah, like if you don't
unfortunately-
claim girls, that's lame. Like if you're messing with a girl and you're loyal to her and you don't claim her, like you're not like that's my girl. That's lame.
Okay,
That's hell.
okay, yeah, that's true. But what I was going to say to you is that I mean, unfortunately, a lot of girls out here they're not really worthy of a long term relationship, and that's their fault. Unfortunately,
And it's not always men that tear women down. It's
women
literally-
tear women down more than
If
us.
you are a
And
loyal
women-
6 foot tall blue collar man, you heard her socials at the beginning.
Women
Just-
hate women
just
more
a
than men could
plug
ever
real quick.
hate women.
might get more heartbroken. I ain't gonna cap.
No,
If you're over 6 foot,
If you're over 6 foot, she'll tolerate a tad bit more.
no. Mine's 6'3", and I don't put up with shit.
Well, you might have to start.
No.
but
I call him on his shit.
I think girls in this generation are worse than men.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, they
Oh,
100%
like,
are.
Oh yeah,
shit talk-
men have to work 50 times harder for a girl who's 20 times worse.
No,
than their
not even
grandma.
that. It's just like in general, like girls are so judgmental, first of all. And they act like they don't got any flaws on them. They'll talk their shit, and as soon as you say something to them, they could drag your whole mama and you would not say a whole word back to them.
Well, they still got to look in the mirror at the end. Of
Exactly.
The night, so.
And that leads me into like a topic that we did have on our list to bring up about like girls like that is why are they always the center of drama? And this is like just broad, the most broad that you can say. Like there's always, no matter where you go in high school, it was always the super pretty popular girl that would talk bad about somebody. But as soon as you were in that principal's office, what happened? You were in trouble, even though you were the one that she was going after.
Well, it's because they want to be heard, first of all, which is like, I ain't gonna lie, you're almost digging your own grave in regards to a man, because because the smart women know that the dumbest bitches, they're the one who talks the most.
Me.
And that's okay. But I heard a man say this: most women, they're better seen than not heard.
I'm ugly, so I gotta talk a lot. Hey y'all.
Shut up.
I just think that like girls that do that and like drag out stuff, they might be fighting something deeper down, or they want attention or whatever. But like when you're sitting there dragging people for things that like you started this, and you got no reaction, so you're taking it further. You still got no reaction, so you're taking it even further, where you're dragging people's families and stuff like that. Like in my experience, like my 12-year-old sister, when I was a junior, got dragged on social media for drama that I haven't even responded to because the girl wasn't getting her attention. Like she tore my little sister down at 12 years old to try to even get a reaction out of me then.
Well, people attack you personally whenever they can't attack your argument.
Yeah. But at that point, you're just either going to get a very nice phone call from the cops, or an ass whooping from my whole family.
It's called responding with emotion.
And the worst part about it is like, you can be the person to be like, you can pull someone to the side, or it could be your very best friend and, all this stuff. But like at the end of the day, if you pull that person to the side and you're even respectful, you're like, hey, I heard you said that this, that, and the third about me. I just want to know, like, why are you saying this? Like, what did I do? Like, do we need to have a talk? Like, what can we do to, like, stop this? And it's like people that aren't even involved in it get drug into it half the time. Well,
a lot of girls as well as men as well, they don't realize that you can have confrontation without conflict.
Exactly. And it's also like when you...
Well, sometimes they make their own conflict.
Yeah. But, like, when you call someone out... And they're like, oh, no, I didn't say that, but or you've heard it, you've seen physical evidence of it being said. If I called someone a bitch, I'll tell you, because that's accountability I need to take. I said it. I may or may not be sorry about it. If I called you a bitch for a certain situation, I'm not going to be sorry about that, because that's how I felt about you in the moment. And that can change, but in that moment, I thought you were a bitch, so I called you one. That's just kind of how it is. People need to... If you're going to talk it, take accountability for it. And that's for high school, middle school. There's not a principal's office after high school. You can't just go in there and cry your way out of a lot of things. Once you're in the real world, you have to take shit once it hits the fan.
But also, if you start it, say everything you did. Don't just say shit to make you look better and keep dragging that person. Like, say what you did. Like, if you did this, say it.
Well, let's just be honest. How many of those girls are actually doing that? Not that many.
I would. Said, if I did this to you and you're talking your side of it, or if I'm talking my side of it, of what I did, but I never said what I did or took accountability for it, but I'm still dragging you about it, like, that's just, at that point, it's childish, first of all. Like, move past it and say what you did, or don't bring it up.
Hell, me and Hallie became best friends because... we both took accountability. She came to me and she said, hey, were you talking shit? I was like, yeah. What'd you say?
So if this whole thing is...
Boom.
So if this whole thing is pretty much... It's almost sounded like it's because of just attention. Like attention whores, basically. Yeah. So with that being said, are men more hungry for sex, or are women more hungry for attention?
I think, honestly, women are more hungry for attention. I mean, if you go on the internet right now... and search up OnlyFans, when it pops up the beginning of that website, how many men are you going to see when you scroll?
It's not a market for men.
It's not, but it's also like women crave attention and will do almost anything for it.
Well, speaking of sex work, do you think that society incentivizes men to be lonely and sexless because sex sells, you think?
I mean, yes, sex sells, but I also feel like, and my thing too is I follow sex workers on TikTok. I will admit to it. And it's not because of what they do. It's because they posted funny content before they got into that. Yeah. But I'm not the type of person, they started doing porn, I'm not going to sit here and watch them anymore. Okay, they're a consenting adult. I feel like everyone, as long as it's not like the situations with a certain website a couple years ago where the girls were being abused in their line of work, if you want to be a sex worker, go ahead. But when you can tell, especially in a town like where I came from, when you see a girl pop up on OnlyFans, you're like, oh, that makes sense.
So, so since it like incentivizes men to be sexually frustrated and lonely, right? If that's the case, why do we talk so much about the exploitation of women but not the exploitation of men?
I feel like that's it depends on the person and their knowledge.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people aren't constantly on their, like, a lot of it's due to the internet, the exploitation of men and women. There's a lot of men that have been, like, horribly exploited and abused online, and nobody looks at it.
Because no one really gives a shit.
No one cares when it's a
because
man.
Because like I said, victimhood doesn't...
Like, oh, your penis got leaked online. Okay, well, that can ruin someone's future.
Well, think about this. Victimhood isn't really... It really isn't a thing for men anymore. Okay, because guess what everyone is going to say? It's your fault. You should have seen it coming. But for most women, we hug them, we call them while they cry. And, you know, that's just the way it is.
I want to hear Hallie's take on it.
I'm not arguing about it. I mean, it's just the way it is. But
I'm just listening.
to answer your question, though, here's the thing, though. You have to realize this. Pussy nowadays is a stock. All right? And the fact that it's a stock, it's really supply and demand. Women have the pussy, and men demand it. So guess what? Most women are doing nowadays with the pussy? They're putting a price tag on it. Mm-hmm.
I think it's also sad, though, because, like, men are seen as they shouldn't have emotions or shouldn't express emotions. But I also think it's sad, too, because, like, how sex is now. Like, it's not... Sex isn't supposed to be how it is. It's supposed to be when you do it. You do it when you love someone and you're ready. Yeah, and you're ready to, like, maybe start a family, but it's supposed to be more intimate with the person you see yourself with.
One thing that I've heard...
Till the end.
To add on to that, one thing I've always heard is, like, one day you'll understand the difference between a hookup and intimacy. You'll learn the difference between sex and fucking.
Yeah.
Because they're two totally different things. Like, when you connect with someone's body that way, it is you can tell, especially for females, we make it very emotional.
Yep.
That is one thing, is like, a lot of people that I know, when they have sex, they attach feelings to it. And that's a lot of times how women hurt themselves in the long run. They attach that feeling, and I used to do it too, so I'm not saying this out of, I've watched people do it. I've done it.
And that's why that's why it's worse whenever you guys cheat, because think about what you just said.
We attach emotion to it.
And how many guys do you know really attach emotion
They
to
don't.
sex?
So that's why it's worse. Like, that's why I said earlier, like, if a woman cheats, you're going to see within 1,000 miles, everyone's going to know that woman cheated. But when it comes to a man, it's going to be whoever the girl tells.
But I think with men, though, when they get cheated on, it's like an awakening, because you're like, damn, she can go off. She doesn't need me. She doesn't. If she wanted to leave, she can.
It's that she thought that this man was better than me, because that's why women leave. It's because guess what? The only reason why they leave is when they think that they can find a better man.
Climbing the pedestal.
Exactly. Because guess what? Women stay in fuck their relationships because they don't really value themselves enough to realize that, hey, man, I could leave for a better man.
But it's also everyone in this generation, and it's everyone in this relationship generation
but you know how many girls
is looking for love. Why are you out there looking for it?
It comes to you.
But do you know how many girls I know who've gotten cheated on multiple times, and they stuck around because they didn't really value themselves enough.
I was one of them for a long time ago.
To realize that, hey, someone can love me the way that the way that I want to be loved, instead of having to go through this and putting myself through this. Hey, man, I don't have to put myself through this and mess up my head for these years to come. Because let me tell you something, as a woman, it's very hard to pick yourself up, man, whenever you was on whenever you was on that top mountain. Because that's what really women start. They start at the top of the mountain, but as they go through more and more stuff, they climb lower and lower and lower. As a man, though, we actually need to go through stuff to climb up that mountain. That's what makes us better men. Because guess what? Trauma, it hardens them, but it softens us.
Yeah.
I think it's harder too, though, like when you do try to find, or like you're not trying to find, but if a good guy comes into your life, you have to drag it out so long, and you have to put on or put up a wall towards him because you don't know if it is a front or if it's real. And I think that's where a lot of women mess up with a lot of good men, because they don't know if they can have that trust with them because of previous things.
But also with this generation is one thing I will say, because I have said it to someone before. A lot of women in this generation feel like if they don't give you their body, that you don't actually want to be with them. Like, you have to have sex with them for them to actually want to be with you, because that's just how this generation has created this whole big mindset of, oh, well, if I don't sleep with him, like, is he gonna stick around, or is he gonna go talk to another girl?
Yeah.
Or like men
that's very valid. That's
men
valid.
that come up to
if
me,
they get bored,
if
they get bored.
Can you repeat what you said a little bit before she talked about how previous relationships affect about why girls lose a good man so many times?
I think most women, not only do they not wait till they're fully healed to get into something new or go look to something new, but they take what happened traumatically in their past relationship in their new one. And I think that's when they, like, I guess, victimize the new relationship, and they ruin it.
He's about to do his happy dance
because they
he's
don't.
He's about to do his get up and walk
guys,
out.
this is the point I was trying to make 45 minutes ago. Thank you.
He's like, I'm clocking out. See you guys later.
No, I think it's like, I think that's the biggest thing. It's like, you need to heal yourself before you go into something else, because you could have a good man standing in front of you and you're turning around and doing the exact same thing that happened to you to him because you didn't heal from it.
I have one question, and
That's one of the greatest answers I've ever heard on this podcast.
This is a very hard take, I guess you could say, just based on like the stuff that I've watched on the Burchalations podcast, other than like episode 50, because we all knew what episode 50 was going to be when it happened, and we didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. But my question is, why are a lot of y'all's questions, it wasn't supposed to be, and we all know that. We were all doing it for shits and gigs, and it went south a lot faster than we thought it would. But my question is, why are a lot of y'all's questions about why, a lot of it seems like, why are women the way they are?
Well, we get on men as well.
I know, I've seen episodes.
We know.
But it's like,
we know.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of it turns into
let's
like,
not get it twisted.
I feel like it's like a heated debate between all the genders, and it's very fun, and it's very fun to debate all the time.
Well, we try to find common ground.
Yeah,
because
which I feel like we have.
Yeah, because we're stronger together. So why not find a common ground that we can both build upon? I mean, that's the main goal.
That's the mindset most men need to have, and they don't have it.
Well, most women need to have it too. Because guess
You're
what?
not wrong.
Because guess what? I see a whole lot more single moms than I ever did whenever I was a kid.
It's just a shitty generation, guys.
These are women my age.
Yeah.
Some of them are, unfortunate circumstances. You know, they might have lost their husband or boyfriend. Yeah. But then there's a whole lot of them where they just kick that man to the curb.
Yeah.
A man that they chose.
And it's that independent mindset that all women have created where, and it's like, a lot of women would rather struggle by themselves than be stuck with a man that they don't feel like is there forever. But why would you have a child that you're stuck with for the rest of your life with this person if you didn't think it was in game?
That's what I'm saying. If you don't have a kid with that man, you can move on with life.
Yeah.
But once you have a kid with that man, you're basically telling us
that man will be part of every relationship, and it goes both ways. Just like that woman will be part of every relationship that you will ever be in.
Let's go to EXES. Hallie has a lot on that topic.
Me too.
EXES. All right, so listen, it's 8:30. I don't know if y'all have it to be out on a specific time. I know y'all getting for free and all that crap. I don't.
It's 8:30 right now.
I mean, it's
we
8:30.
work there, so we're good.
Okay, so Hallie, the floor is yours. So I know they've been talking about this whole situation. I guess that you recently went through, or
call him
Haley
out.
talked about it.
This is call her daddy right now. Call
he's
him
a 5'8" man named.
He's a 5'8" man who's a bitch.
His name is.
Let her have the floor. No, edit that out. We're gonna bleep that out.
No.
Bleep it.
No, because listen, let me talk. Me and this, I am not going to sit here and trash talk somebody because that is just, it's a situation that's between him and I. So
Okay.
I don't think that I need to, like, yes, okay, so we
Period,
talked
sis.
for
a
2,
respectful
almost 3
woman.
months, and then just recently he told me he wasn't ready for a relationship.
Yeah, that shit over with. Man. Whenever one of us humans say that, it's usually with you at the end.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Especially if
because
you're-
this
especially if you're
man
a girl.
acted like he was going to
No.
propose to her.
No.
Yeah, no, he literally
This-
acted
Yeah,
like
that
he
shit wasn't
took
gonna
me
happen,
to
dog.
meet his father. Like, I'd not want
Man paid for my dinner one night, twice.
And
Mine.
him and Shaylee went out to eat.
Well, it's
He
common
paid
courtesy.
for Shaylee's
Hell
food.
no.
Most men aren't going to do that.
Most men
They're
aren't
not
gonna do
going to
what?
pay for your friend's food when y'all go out.
Yeah,
Not only that, takes our
That's for
tickets.
sure. Yeah, you got me fucked up.
He
I'm
was, like,
sorry.
fighting
Am I
for
fucking
our
both of you?
tickets.
Huh? Am I fucking both of you? Huh? No. Okay.
He
then.
literally grabbed Taylor's ticket, mine and Shaylee's, and ran. Like, he did that multiple times.
And I will also say the with you part, I will add this in there. That man was only speaking to Hallie. He
like,
sent
he
proof.
actually was. Like,
Motherfucker must have been.
But it's back to what we were talking earlier. He was carrying shit and trauma from a past relationship into theirs.
he said he has trust issues.
So he messed out
he's
on a
not
good girl.
ready for a relationship. And I told him, I was like, okay, well, that's your issue. At the end of the day, that's your issue, not mine.
You missed out on the best girl you could have ever been with in your life.
Real.
He's
Womp,
trusting.
womp.
He's
Real.
trusting the past experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And her ass is fat.
This, my friends, is why I say that the past
And her
matters.
boobies nice.
They
like-
say it real nice.
But like, just the
Okay,
thing
now-
is
okay, now
I'm
I'm
not going to go on this podcast and shit talk him because
I will.
I'm just not, because him and I are on good terms. I'm not going to sit here and belittle him and
Shoot,
talk
that's
shit
what you
about
say.
him.
Wait till this podcast gets out. Your
But
friends gonna
it's-
fuck it up for you. They'll fuck it up.
He's
That's the thing, is me and him are on good terms. I'm not going to sit here and shit talk him because he's not ready for a relationship. That's his choice. It's not mine. Like,
Okay, sorry, but
he's not ready for a relationship. Yes, I wish he wouldn't have done the things with me that he did, like taking me to meet his father, having me meet his friends.
He's
Yes.
a good person. It's just the way that he handled that
Yeah.
situation and gave her that false
Heal
narrative
yourself,
that he
dude.
was ready.
Don't listen to
just
Taylor.
I will say
shit
this though.
on her feelings.
I will say this though.
That's his problem.
I will say this though. At least he's acknowledged to some degree that you're worth a damn. If he's
He
got you out here,
has.
if he's got you out here meeting his dad,
He
because I ain't gonna
treated
lie,
her.
bro.
He was that
treated her
relation.
good.
He treated me good. Like,
I wanted them together.
Whatever
I have
we
never.
had, it was good.
Because I ain't
But
gonna
at
lie,
the
bro.
end
If
of
you
the
out here
day-
meeting, if you a girl and you meet the folks, bro, yeah, bro, you got. He sees something in you, bro. Like even
That's the thing, though, is that he treated her so well to the point that I had it in my head that, well, maybe he'll give it a shot for her.
Well, here's the
and
thing.
it's for her because she is beautiful inside and out and she deserves that. But he is carrying so much weight on his chest
Yeah.
from his past that she didn't deserve to carry with him.
two things. When you really love someone, you will do whatever it takes, even if it means letting them go. And here's another thing that he was probably thinking about doing.
Come back.
Here's another thing that he was thinking about doing. All right, and this is going to hit deep. He wanted to fix himself before he presented himself.
Yeah,
but when you do that, you don't.
situation or anything.
I mean, like, go ahead, but I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about you, as in, like, you carried and you were treated so well, and I think in the end, you deserved so much better.
I do. I do agree with that. I wish he wouldn't have done the things that he did. I wish he wouldn't have led me to
You
think
wish
that
it was a little
something.
bit. You wish that it was earlier.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, we
Yeah,
talked.
yeah.
We literally talked and had whatever was going on for almost 3 months. So, like, yeah, I wish he wouldn't have taken me to meet his father. I wish he wouldn't have given me that hope and treated me like. Of course, yeah, I'm glad he treated me good. But like, at the end of the day, if you were just going to tell me you're not ready for a relationship, then
And
don't take me to meet your father.
The glow that he gave her though before that was
great.
unreal. Like that's
I
the
liked
thing.
this man. This is the first guy that I've liked since since me and my ex broke up, and my ex traumatized me bad. He did some fuck shit that I'm definitely not going to air out on this podcast, but he did it, and I fixed myself. I healed myself, and I was ready to go into something with someone else. He wasn't. That's kind of.
And it was, he is such a sweet soul.
What do you think? We I hear all this cool shit, right? About like, oh, he just had a bunch of trauma he had to get through, and he just wasn't ready. Listen to me. If I was in his position, I'd be having 2 other girls. I'd be ready to fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that's why I kind of feel like this is cap. All right.
I personally don't
I personally think that there is someone else in the picture.
There could be, and at the end of the day, it's his choice.
And even if there wasn't anyone, there's a lot of guys out here who don't know how to walk away.
Imagine fumbling Hallie though.
Because
Let's be for real.
Because guess what? He's not even considering himself when he's thinking about walking away. He's considering how you would take it. Because I'm sorry to say, but a lot of girls do not take that shit well.
But I mean, you can ask any of my friends. I told him, I said, I respect your decision. Like, I'm being so dead ass, I could show y'all the text.
Yeah, a lot of guys ain't getting that shit.
And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not going to sit here and shit talk him on this podcast because I respect him.
Like, you fucking asshole.
Me and him are still, like, we still talk. We're still friends. Like, I respect his decision to focus on himself.
But also, no strong woman's going to be a second choice.
No.
So, like, if you have other choices and you choose that, I hope that works out for him, and I hope he benefits from that. And if he sees better in that person other than whoever, then that's on him. But, like...
You want to break up with me? I'm going to tell everyone you beat me.
You want to break up with me? I'm going to tell everybody you pissed the bed. Well, that was true.
Oh.
Listen,
womp
here.
womp.
All right.
Not him.
Mute her mic right now,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
Mute her mic right now, bro. All right.
No, not my dude.
Listen here, okay? I just think it's cap, okay? Because I'm just picturing myself in that position. One, even with all the trauma that if I had his
Where did
trauma
nice
and stuff
guy
like
Parker go?
I was fucked up.
No. The thing about that, but even if I had even if I had this guy's trauma, right? If I liked the girl enough, like, I would find a way to make that work. Like, I just couldn't just...
But that takes a different type of man.
But I think also...
You know what I'm saying?
He is such
fuck you, man.
He is a pure heart and a pure soul. He's very sweet. He did treat her very well. I think at the end of the day, I think it's also a lot of people, I think he was scared of the commitment that it meant. I think that...
Because she ain't just a couple month
No,
girl.
she's not.
No.
She is a very, very good girl.
In it for the long run.
In it for the long run. She's a very good person. I think he was scared of the commitment, and I think he was just carrying that past with him, and I think that just pushed him to the point where he was like, I think he was actually catching feelings for her,
Well, did she buy
and I
him?
think it scared him, and he self-sabotaged.
What did she buy him the new college football game?
Oh, my God.
Justin.
It's important.
Bro, shut
It's
up.
important.
Fuck that game.
What you mean, fuck that game?
He doesn't play video games.
You.
like that.
All y'all, man. That game is going to keep us
Xbox,
inside the house.
PS4,
Let me tell you
whatever.
something.
No, Xbox, PS4, whatever you play,
better
that
hope
shit
we-
is stupid.
Let me tell you something. You better
go
hope we
outside and fish or something.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's better. Look at me. Would you rather us be inside game or outside here slinging?
You do it both anyways.
I do no such thing.
She's right there.
Oh,
To one woman.
huh?
Well, I'm single. I could do both. Anyways, guys,
Parker.
I said I could, not I do.
Parker.
All right.
Parker.
What?
We see
I
your
love
TikToks
that.
talking about how you want a housewife, sir.
No, I love that.
I do, but it ain't
I love
happened
that
yet. So until
he
then,
dug down deep into the asshole side of himself because Parker is such a he's the nice guy. He was. We've changed him. We've made him a real. The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Type shit. The old Parker is not coming to the phone.
be
The homies laughing at him changed him. Okay, all right, because we gonna hold him accountable.
Or was it what I asked you on that one podcast?
You were on another podcast episode, or was it that one?
It was that one.
That.
That one question that I asked you that you were just like, wow, you ain't have to do me like that. We won't bring that back up, but you know
that's
which
some
one it
bullshit. Yeah, fuck all y'all, man.
I think it was
I
the
had
girlies
I had to-
giggling that really got him.
Nah, bro, I had to go work out after that, bro. I had to go work out after that.
You went line dancing, did you not?
I wanted to go work out though. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, bro. Bullying does something to someone. Bullying helps.
Bullying does help. I am a
Bullying
prime
helps
example.
me.
Hey, Bliss.
Bullying
Oh,
helps
God,
me.
we do. I love bullying.
Yeah.
Man, bullying your friend groups, bro. Especially if you're dudes, bro. You need to bully your friend. Okay,
Me and Shaylee bully the fuck out of each other.
I tell that
But
bitch her
Parker,
back is
this
big
bitch
at
is
least
rude.
8 times a day.
If you keep being the nice guy, I promise you,
Don't do that.
the right
Don't say that.
one.
Don't say that.
The
Don't
right
finish that
one
sentence.
is going to be appreciative
No,
of
don't
that.
allow him to do that. He's done it enough.
It's always the nice guy in some whack ass outfit that gets a good girl and they last.
You calling his outfit whack right now?
He's going to get the
Well-
damaged product. He's not going to get. He's never going to get the girl at her best.
Well, I think you look at the wrong places.
No.
Cahoots, you're not gonna find a housewife.
It ain't got shit to do with the places. It has nothing to do with the places. It has nothing to do with the
It's
places.
the
'Cause guess
girls
what?
that approach him.
Because guess what? It has nothing to do with the place. Because guess what? Girls get fucked up in their home all the time.
People,
So it ain't got shit to do with the bar.
I think a lot of it
the
was
bar is what you make.
people made Parker the second choice, and Parker deserves
Because
to
they
be
don't
the
respect
first
him.
choice.
It's because they don't respect him enough.
And it's because he lets them, and that's what I was talking about the last time.
Well, here's the thing.
You
Well, here's
can't
the
say
thing.
that you don't because
Here's
you
the
know
thing.
that you did.
Well, here's the thing. We've listened to women for so long is that when we believe that what they said that they wanted was actually the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? We weren't looking at their reality. We were too busy listening to their words. And that's when they realized that we were stupid. Because let me tell you something about women. They really respect the men who don't listen to them. All right? Because all the stupid shit that they say, they realize how stupid we are if we listen.
I like when men listen.
Right, I like when a
Like,
man
if you don't listen to me, you're pissing me off. I want
that's
to
the
kill
man.
you.
Yeah, that's the man that you ran to, but that's not the man that you lay down for.
Hey, I do
Wait.
it for the same man.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Right.
you got to
Well,
bring
you're an
both.
exception to the rule,
If
but
I'm
the exception
yapping
doesn't make the
you,
rule.
You got to bring
My
both.
thing
You
is-
Because
can't-
girls
you
have
gotta be able to
hoes. Because
listen.
girls have hoes in that
I
regard.
think Parker need a roster. That's what I
Honestly,
think.
No.
Honestly,
no,
that's probably
do
what's best
not
for him right
give
now.
Parker
I need him to be a
roster.
fuckboy.
Do not give Parker
No, because then you're going to turn into someone we know, and we don't really appreciate how he acts.
I'll just stick to my Bible study. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 50.
Shots.
Let me tell you something, though. Let me tell you something. But if he ends up having the roster, then guess what? The girl he takes seriously, she's going to feel like a winner. Because she was the one who was really chosen for that long-term commitment. Girls don't feel like winners when they're one-night stands. They feel like winners when they're chosen for long-term.
And I think Parker deserves a girl that is going to stand up for him in any situation. Because these girls be trying to go to Parker and be like, oh my gosh, this boy hurt my feelings. Like, will you be my best friend?
I don't allow him to do
I
it
can
to me.
see your
And it's
head
like, Parker,
growing.
Parker,
Get the
punch
fuck
her
out
in
of
the
here, bro.
nose.
It's like, bro,
I
like,
don't
you're pissing
support
me off.
hitting women. I support hitting bitches.
It's like, bro, you fucking up my name now when you do that, bro.
No, no, not the Birch name.
It's a serious thing. Okay. How the hell do we get here, man?
What?
How do we get here?
I can
bro?
see your head
People that
growing
love
over
you.
there. Like it's just getting bigger and bigger.
I got a vein back here. I can feel it.
If his forehead was showing, that little vein be popping right now.
This is episode 51 of the Burchalations podcast. I think I'm gonna take a break from Cahoots tonight. One, because I don't have any money. I don't get paid till next week. Two, I got work at 4, so
That stopped you ever.
that has
Right.
not
That
stopped
has
me yet.
never stopped
How
this
many
man.
all
He'd be
night
out there
Viral
at 2
on TikTok
a.m.
right
drunk
now
as
for
hell on
that
the dance
alone.
floor.
Y'all talking too loud. I'm basically famous for it at this point.
Yeah, you are. Your
Chloe says she
TikTok.
want to lay in a bed and cuddle and yell at you.
Oh my god! I wonder what we're gonna do about that.
Why would I want that?
That's
she's
what
gonna-
I was about to
she's
ask
gonna
you. Do
kiss you
kiss
on
him
it.
on his forehead?
Aww.
All right, guys, this is getting a little too
Exposed.
TMI. So
This is
we're
episode
gonna end this
51.
episode right here. Episode 51,
Now you
guys.
look
I hope
soft.
you enjoyed, ladies. Thank y'all so much. This has been a very fun episode. I ain't gonna cap. All right, very fun episode.
Life is hard.
Life's
Your
hard.
life is hard.
Yes.
Same.
She said that I look soft. My life is hard. I've been through some shit. It softened me up.
Chloe has been my fourth wall this whole time. I hope y'all know that. I've just been looking at
How do you
her.
think I'm feeling?
When shit goes south, I just look at her and we laugh. So
We're
if
glad
there's
to
a
have
30-second clip
we're
of me
glad to have
giggling,
our assistant back. So
We ain't doing nothing but going up. We on the come up like Michael Jackson when he leans.
anyways, I'm gonna go do
Shaylee, are you
PYT.
okay?
Yeah, speaking
I
of
want
Michael
to
we
Jackson,
appreciate y'all girls coming on.
We gonna
Y'all
go fuck up the
follow
dance
them on
floor.
Instagram
You need
and all that
some
good
love.
stuff.
All right, we gotta go before Scott actually decides to do his job for once. Love
Yeah.
y'all.
All right, come on.
Peace
bro.
out, y'all.
Don't get in trouble, man.
Scott, don't
Press
watch
the button,
this.
please.
Scott, please don't watch this.
Wait. We need
Love
to,
you.
So I guess we should. What should we dedicate that sound to? Huh? Wait, redo it again. What should we dedicate this sound to? Haley's ex. Yeah.
Wow. Can we get a womp womp on the soundboard?
Holly's old acquaintance.
Yes.
See you later, buddy. You'll be back.
Peace.
You better hurry before it's too late.
Looking at the wrong camera.
Yeah.
He looked